Hello and welcome back to Farming Simulator 15 with your host, Hardtruck1. Just forgot what game I'm in. Hello everybody, welcome back. As you can see, I'm just here, about ready to finish up this field. Got a couple more swipes here, and then we're going to go dump this trailer. I thought in this episode, maybe we'll take a little bit of break from doing the crops after we get this field done, and we'll maybe head around the map and see if there's any, like, I'm not sure, but I think they mentioned there was like missions and stuff that you might be able to do on this map. I could be wrong, but we're gonna go look and see if there's any missions. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this field up. As you can tell from the tracks, I'm running around the field here, getting taking the field down. I want to side note to everybody that I probably don't have all of the chaff that is available to me on this field, because there's a few times going around that I kind of wasn't paying attention to how much was in the trailer, so I'll be a little bit on there. But I think we've got enough in one of the silos, in one of the farm silos right now, to be able to have food for our cows. And as you can see, there's a few dark strips. I'm not going to be worried about it right now. As I've been going around the field, I've been trying to clean up as we do. As you can see, there's some corn over there standing. There's some brown spots still standing on the field. I'm not going to be worried with that. You know, you have some spillage and misses and all that. But we are done with this, and it's a good thing I actually rented this corn cutter, the chaffing, call it. Chopper for 2 hours, because it's taken me quite a while to cut that field up with this little guy. Now before you guys scream at me because we're dumping the trailer, what I'm going to do is, because I have not been compacting this as I've been going, I'm going to use the weight of the trailer and the tractor to finish up the compacting. There we go. Go ahead and dump the last bit of this trailer. We're going to use the tractor and the trailer combo compact it all the way down. There we go. Now I'm going to grab the tractor off. Hop out. And then I'll step over here and cover it. There we go. Alright, so in about 24 hours, that will be done. Let's park the trailer over in the shed. Now, mind you, we do not own that field that I just pulled the corn. I just pulled the corn off of. So I cannot. Do anything with it. We drop the trailer here. We're going to drive over here. Remember, this is, stupid chicken. This may be a little loud, I'm sorry for it. Excuse me. I'm sorry about it. I didn't want to sneeze into the night. You gotta take this thing back. Water. Here you go. It's water. Remember, the chopper's a rental, so we have to take it back nice and clean so we don't get any maintenance costs for it. Alright. Let's drive our dirty tractor with a nice clean machine back to the farm shop. Return it. Thank the man for the only problem with not having a powerful enough computer to play these type of games is when, yeah, we know, but we ain't gonna need it here. We ain't gonna have to worry about that later. So just taking it back. Might have a few dents in it. I should have put it on the back of the tractor so that way I could actually drive better with it. That's tractor over here. Yep, return vehicle. I think that cost us $100 because of wear and tear. All right, let's go see if we can find a mission. Whoa. Oh, I'm sorry. I did not mean to run into you. Nobody saw that. Nobody saw that. Let's drive up this way and see if we can find a mission. Oh, that was the wrong one. You know what? I don't think there's actually missions on this map, so maybe just drive around for that. Let's try it down here. This house. I thought I saw something down here. Step out and look. Nope, this is farmland for sale. Farmland for sale. No, actually, you know what, guys? I don't think there are any missions on this. Let me look at my settings real quick. Show all help, map on, automatic help. Oh, that's not. Oops, this one does. No. Now see, it's got the completed mowing missions on and transport missions here. But you know what? I don't think there are actually any missions on because I don't see the missions board. Unless it's back at the farm. Oh, you know what? That's probably where we gotta look and see about the missions. You gotta look at the farm. You gotta go back to the farm and look to see if there's a missions board. We gotta look to see if there's a missions board on there. Then we can actually do missions. But if not, then just hop out and go look. If there is a missions board, that's not it. This is not it because this is our was the information for fertilizing and stuff. But since we don't have that mod installed, that board is just there. Where is the main house? I wonder if it would be like actually at the main house, or is this the main house right here? Oh, this is actually the main house right here. So the main house is actually right off this little work area and everything. And I do not see a missions board unless it's out front. There is something. There is another icon right next to here. But I think that's the pig. I think that's the pig symbol, I believe. Where does this go? Oh, this goes out to field 10. Well, that's an interesting way to get to field 10. Yeah, so I don't think the missions board is here unless it's hidden inside that somewhere. But you guys see that other emblem there, right? I can't tell. I really can't tell what that one emblem is. See it right there at the see where my pointer is for showing me where the direction? See that one right there that I'm touching right behind the chicken one? I cannot tell unless that's the indicator for this. I like how this map has John Deere crate, like parts crates, but there's not a one John Deere mod in here. So, so here's where the chickens are. Where's this ladder go to? Oh, hello. A little hayloft and stuff up here. Okay. Alright, well, since we really don't know where the missions board is per se on this map, if there even is one on this map, I think right now it's just a matter of time of fast forwarding everything, waiting until everything grows, and waiting until we can do some more of the other stuff. Let's see. Did I get bales or did I get straw? No, I got straw. Yeah, I got straw, so I guess anyway, this one might actually be just a really short episode because I really don't think you guys want to really hang around and wait for everything to do. We've got a couple of fields. Oh, we can harvest the canola. The canola's done. That's what we can do this year. This year. Why did I say this year? But this session, we can harvest all the canola. Alright, big burley. Let's go harvest some canola. I like how these things just instantly accelerate forward. To me, that is the weirdest thing that these combines can do. And as to all the combines, they just like accelerate. And it's like no matter what they're on, a hill or anything, just like accelerate. Alright. Oh, while I'm on the subject of combines, there's a thing with the game combines that bugs me up a wall. And wow, the frame rate has dropped on doing the combine. No, it's gonna have to be. Probably because of the spitter. Yeah, shavings going on. Wow, sharp corner much. That is. Anyway, so what I'm gonna nitpick on combines a little bit in video games, because it seems like the video game industry, and I'm not naming names, but I've noticed in a lot of farming games, not just farming simulator in general, but most farming games, they get most of the equipment correct, except for one area, and that's combines. Combines, I don't know if it's because people don't know how really truthfully they work, or if it's just a simple matter that that's the only way they can make it work for the game, for games. But most farming games I've found predict the combines as rear-wheel drive, these rear steering wheels, or they're all-wheel drive, and that's not the case. Well, I can't say that, because in some cases, yes, combines can be four-wheel drive, but most often than not, they are not just rear-wheel drive. They are actually front-wheel drive. That means that the big tires on the front wheel, that means that the big tires on the front of this combine are the driving tires. These are the main driving tires. So basically, when the switch is in two-wheel drive, the front tires spin, pulling, moving the entire weight of the combine. The rear tires do not have any direct thing to do except for direct the direction of the combine. In some cases like this one, where you can actually see where, you know, it does have, I don't know if you guys can see it. Let's see if I can stop it from moving. I'll wait for that to quit. Time it. Okay, no. Looking at this combine, this would be completely two-wheel drive. As you can see, with the steering, there's just that little J-hook thing right there, and that's the only thing that holds connection tires. But I guarantee you that if I put this thing off, like, did you see that, where the concrete and the L meet right there? If I back this rear tire right here off of that concrete structure where it's just hanging, if I go forward or backwards, this rear tire will spin. And in the case of this combine, this rear tire right here, should never spin while it's in the air. The only tire that should spin is this big front one. Because these tires, these front two tires right here, are your driving axle tires. And the two rear tires are just there to steer. That's all they are. But most often than not, I've noticed with, I'm just going to say, especially with Giants games, Farming Simulator 13, and also in this one, Farming Simulator 15, they spin when they're not supposed to spin. So I can't justify this as an accurate simulator, because simulators are supposed to simulate the real world, or or the real, or simulate as close to the real thing as possible. And to me, having that rear tire right there actually physically spinning is not realistic. That makes it more that either the person that developed the combines for the game didn't exactly know how combines per se work, or it's the physical limitations of the game that doesn't allow that. Now, if it's the physical limitations of the game that doesn't allow, that type of realism, I can understand that. But anyway, with that off my chest, so I hear that Farming Simulator 17 is now an actual thing, and it's coming out on the 25th, and the time of this recording is the 22nd of October. So Farming Simulator 17 will actually be out 3 days after this video goes up. I actually saw some gameplay of it from a YouTuber known as the Northern Alex, because he was able to, they were told that they could go ahead and break the water, so to speak, and show the game off early. And so far, what I watched him stream of it, because he does a lot of streaming of games. I kind of like it. I do not have the money to get it, so unfortunately we'll be stuck with Farming Simulator 15 until I can scrounge up the dough we need, per se, to get it. And then I'll probably do kind of not a review of it, but I guess I'll just call it what it is. I did pick everything. Probably what I'll do is I'll probably play the first couple of episodes, if I ever get the game. I'll probably, I'll probably just play the game and see how I like it. Then probably after that, I'll probably start finding differences between it and 15, and maybe even tell you what they could have done better, what they could have lived without and stuff. So just kind of like I'm doing with this one. But I probably won't be quite as hard on it, because what I have seen of the gameplay of it is actually pretty awesome. Alright, I think we're just gonna unload this next to the barn here. Go grab the trailer. We'll just stop right here. We'll grab a tractor. maybe we'll take and rent the, I don't know if we'll rent a big tractor to go with it. But, we may rent a seeder to, be able to, dump this. Okay, well, that's unloading. Let's see. I don't think it's this one. Nope, this is corn, so... Oh, it's the one right next to it. It's this one that we need to open. I thought the latch thing. Well, that is a difference. You guys see what I see? Doesn't that look like when I step back here, doesn't that look like it's almost like potatoes? And then as I step forward, they get smaller and smaller. That's a little odd, but okay. Alright, looks like our combine is empty. Then I think we'll just put canola back into that field because we're gonna need to stock up on some of the other grain crops so that we can have them for when the great demand comes in. It's a little close. Alright. You know what? Run the track. We're not really done with this tractor. We're done with the trailer. Let's go close our door. Go ahead and close the door since we don't really need to get in there for a while. Let's go park our combine. And there we go. Parked our combine. Let's grab the tractor. Let's head up to farm shop. See if we can get a nice sized seeder for nice size seeder for this, something that's not too heavy for this tractor, but yet is big enough that we can see that field in a reasonable time. I wish I could rent the machines for I wish I could rent the machines for 30 minutes, 15 minutes, but I think it does it on an hourly basis. So we need to look and see. Okay, so our tractor's 143 horsepower. Well, it doesn't seem like we own that much. Do we own this one? We do. We own that. Okay, we own a motor. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to rent a seeder right at the moment. That requires 100 horsepower. This requires 180 horsepower. All right, so we're gonna rent this one. Hopefully it's not too... Hopefully it's not too heavy for our tractor. Yeah, see, I wish I could rent like 30 minutes or so, but I guess I got to get their money somehow. So we'll go ahead and rent this for 200. We'll go ahead and rent that for 230. Dollars. Hopefully my tractors are not too small for the cedar. Doesn't seem to be. It seems to be okay. It's a little heavy for it. It kind of pulls it around the corner a little bit. It's not too bad. Tires aren't even on the ground. Yeah. But I do like the fact that in 2015 they did add the dirt mod to the base game, because the dirt mod in 13 actually really made the game act better. I mean, it was like it was like you actually had, you could actually tell, that you were doing work and stuff. Okay, now I'm not going to fill this thing completely full like I did last time. I think we're going to go with about 1,000 acres. That'll probably get us, especially since we're doing canola. That is the funniest. That shows that's canola because it's the third one in line. It does not look like the canola leaf, the canola thing up in the Alright, so fold. Not higher, okay. Track. Yeah, it's just pulling her. See, that's kind of an under thing too. Most people don't realize that, even though the tractor has a certain amount of horsepower and the equipment says it requires this horsepower, most tractors can actually handle quite a bit more than what they're rated for. It's kind of a thing, like manufacturers will tell you, some manufacturers of tractors and stuff will take and say, oh well, so if you, so let's say I walk into John Deere. Let's just take John Deere for example. I walk into John Deere and I tell them I want a 180 horsepower tractor. They say, okay. We'll get you set up, and then you take and you start explaining, what you're using the tractor for, and everything. And they may or may not agree with what you're saying, with what you're asking them or telling them, because they can only go by what the manufacturers, or the dealerships can only go by what the manufacturers of the tractors tell them. So if they tell them that, you know, you cannot have equipment that exceeds, you know, 180 horsepower, they cannot actually truthfully tell you that yes or no, you cannot use this tractor with anything higher. But most tractors, because of their gearing situation and stuff, will actually be able to handle a lot heavier load. Maybe not too, no, let me rephrase it. They will be able to handle a little bit heavier load than what they are originally built for. Because let me tell you what, I mean, tractors really, truthfully, are the most hardcore vehicles that you could ever own. Because let me tell you what, we have my family farm, not necessarily mine, but it's my family's farm. We own two older, really old tractors. They're, I'm gonna say, let's face that. I'm gonna take and say that our tractors are really right at the moment getting to a point where they're almost out of they're pretty much almost outdated. But anyway, I guess I'll just tell you more. They're a Case 930 tractor. We own two of them, one with a cab and one without a cab. And they're getting up in the years, and they're getting to the point where truthfully, I mean, we're trying to figure, we're not desperate. I can't say we're desperate, but we're getting to a point where the parts are getting fairly hard to find. But truthfully, I mean, they're strong tractors though. I mean, we've put them through quite a bit and they're not the type of tractor that will give up easily. I mean, they will fight pretty much until their last cylinder gives out, because our tractor that one of our cases, I mean, it will get down to basically running on one cylinder, and it will still pull. It will still at least try to pull the equipment that we have on our farm. It doesn't pull it very good, but it won't pull it very good when it's down that far. But I mean, you can't. It won't. Pretty much, let's put it this way. It so far just has not let us down, unless, you know, it absolutely, positively passed. Be very careful, it's like squirrely. has larger equipment on it. But yeah, I mean, but anyway, so more of the point, the tractors, they're, I did a lot of research on them because there was one time where we were trying to figure out just exactly how much horsepower the tractor was, and I found an old pamphlet thing, specs pamphlet, the sales pamphlet for it, and they're only rated for like, they're only like 75, 80 horsepower tractors. Now you think that in today's standards, the small, or with the medium-sized tractors, being, the smallest I think being like 100 and I believe it was like 105. Anyway, the size tractor that we own, which let me say it's a little bit, it actually stands just about as tall. Let's see. Yeah, if my character's, the average height, this tractor probably stands just about as tall as our tractors. They're little, don't have the front wheel drive, they don't have the front linkage on them, just a weight and everything, but they have the 3-point hitch and a couple of places for the hydraulics and stuff and everything. But they're only like 75 to 80 horsepower. Max is probably 85 horsepower. So their engines are not as big as, like, this one we just looked up. This little tractor right here is a 140 horsepower tractor. Yeah, so they're not quite as strong. But the way that they were built back in the day, those 80 horsepower tractors could pull anything that this tractor could. I mean, you name it. Because we have a big, long, what's called a land level, and basically what it is it's just like a big, it's a big scraper. It has like a scraper blade and stuff, but what it does is it goes along and it levels the land and stuff as you go. It's long, and those tractors, as long as you drive them right, drive them correctly, it pulls that land level like nothing. Oh, washing cost of 100. That's okay. We'll receive 500. We'll actually receive like 461. That's fine. I don't care. I'm not picking on it, but so anyway, enough of my rant and raving, or actually it's rambling. We're gonna drive this guy back to the farm. I'll sign off. Next time, I'm gonna leave withering off, just so that we can kind of keep these fields